As firefighters, we consider worst case scenarios for everybody else. That's a big part of our job. Plan for that and worry about that for other people and have the decisions and the ability to execute to take care of folks when that happens. Most of the time, we don't think about the same worst case scenarios for ourselves. Estate planning is one of those things. Estate planning answers three basic questions. Number one is, who can act for me? Number two is, what happens to my stuff? And number three, who takes care of my kids? The first part has nothing to do with dying. It's just related to you being incapacitated and not being able to make decisions on your own. So if you think about being incapacitated, you still have bills that need to get paid, you still have accounts that need access to, and you have decisions that need to get made. And you need an adult to be able to make those decisions for you. This is where a durable power of attorney comes in. Durable power of attorney gives another adult that you specify the legal ability to make those decisions for you on the financial end of things. So we have other decisions that have to get made for us if we're incapacitated also. We're all very familiar with DNRs, or advanced healthcare directives, and we think about that being more of an end-of-life thing. But things can happen to where you're incapacitated and medical decisions need to get made. So for me, for example, if I'm incapacitated, my wife knows that I don't want to be kept alive on a ventilator if there's no hope of me improving or getting better, right? If I'm brain dead and I'm just basically a body there with no brain inside, I don't want to stick around for that. And my wife knows that. So in my advanced healthcare directives, I specify that stuff. So this is a firefighter specific note related to some of these decisions. For us, CalPERS, it's not automatically set up that your wife has durable power of attorney for you. CalPERS actually has a form set up specifically determining who your durable power of attorney is for you. So if I'm incapacitated and my wife still needs to make decisions about what the financial payout is going to be through our pension, she can do that because I filled out that form and submitted it, and it's part of our estate planning process. Number two, what happens to my stuff? The second question is pretty simple. When I'm gone, who gets what, and how messy is that process? If you have no estate planning set up, then the process could get pretty messy. So beneficiary forms can be set up for these same kinds of things on the financial end. 457, your pension, any in life insurance accounts and stuff that you have, you set up these things, and those beneficiary forms override even things that are put out in your will saying what money goes where. A will is a concept most people are pretty familiar with. This is just determining what you want your different assets and stuff to go to. The beneficiary forms for certain things will override that, but anything else that's not included in that, like your bank accounts, or you have a classic car or something like that, you can put that kind of stuff in your will and it determines where you want that stuff to go. Important note to make is a will does not avoid probate. We'll get into probate in a different episode. Number three, what happens to my kids? In estate planning, this part has two different aspects to look at. First thing for your kids is care. Who's going to take care of your minor children? This is where in a will you can specify guardianship of where you want the kids to go in the event that you and your wife are both gone. The second thing to consider with your kids is the money part of it, right? You want your finances and stuff to go to your kids. A lot of people get tripped up on this part, and this is where we'll get into trusts, talking about this in a different episode. But what would typically happen now is for a will, if you had two kids, they get 50% of each thing once they hit 18. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I don't want to give an 18-year-old kid a lottery ticket. You've seen all those like terrible shows about how somebody wins the lottery for $7 million. They think their life is wonderfully transformed, and then you fast forward a couple years and they've blown it all, and they're actually in a worse spot than they were before they even won the lottery. So a trust helps insulate against some of that stuff, but a will still determines who's getting what in that part of it for your kids. A trust exists to control the timing and distribution of the assets. We'll get into that in a different episode, but there is a way to prevent the lottery ticket from going to those kids when they turn 18. Estate planning doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to exist. If you have no plan, you're in a much worse off place than you would be if you just had something simple set up for your family. So having a simple estate plan will help protect your family in so many different ways. Who can act for you on your behalf? Who gets what happens to the kids? It helps reduce a lot of the issues associated with courts, with delays, and any kind of confusion between other external family stuff wanting to give their opinion on things that may be different from what you guys want. Thanks for joining me on Finance for Firefighters. There's a link in the description below. Give a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe. Any comments or feedback. I'll see you guys in the next one.